Hello and welcome back to Subnautica. So here we are at the end of last episode. We got our base started, and I definitely put a window in because it's nice to look out. We got our radio, we got some messages. We also found two life pods, and it occurred to me that I haven't actually gone through what happened with those life pods. So we found we didn't find life pod 6. We found life pod 3, who was in the shallows, who reported their sea glide was damaged, and lifeboat 17, which is near where we are because that's in this red grass area. Now we picked up data pads from what was going on with them. So here's what happened with lifepod 3, which was the one by the sea glide.
You really think it'll carry two of us?
Your regular Sea Glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The power cellar rig to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
Oh, sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the life pod.
You're calm about this?
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
Detecting increased foreign bacteria levels in the water. Performing a self-scan is advised.
Okay, so a couple of things there. So these guys tried to rig a bigger battery to their sea glide, which may have blown up, or they may have got eaten by something out there. We don't know. We just don't know what happened to them. And also, it's just told me to perform a self-scan.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Detecting trace amounts of foreign bacteria. Continuing to monitor.
Lovely, so I've now caught some kind of infection. So those of you that have played Subnautica before will kind of know what all of that means. Those that haven't, well, you're in for a fun ride because this is where part of the story gets going. It worried me the first time I played through it, but yeah, we'll see where it goes. But now, what happened to Lifepod 17, which was Ozzy, who was the guy in charge of the cafeteria?
How's his log? It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
Poor Ozzy. Seems like he was a little bit out of his depth as well. But because we're underwater. Now, with the crew logs, and you'll notice I've got a load of datapad entries here. I'm not going to go reading through all of them, purely because that's just not my playstyle. But the story-based ones, so where we get Aurora survivors, I'm going to try and put those up for people that are interested. So, the objective today, we still have one other life pod to go and find, but what I'd really like to do, now we've got the details for the mobile vehicle bay, have we... I think we've got the ones for the sea glide, we might be missing one. Either way, I want to get a mobile vehicle bay and I want to get a sea glide going. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 10 of those for a titanium ingot. We're already carrying the lubricant, and I can't remember what the last bit we needed for it was. A power cell, which is 2 batteries, so we need to go out and get some batteries. Right, okay. Let's drop off some bits and pieces, so we've got a full inventory. Okay, let's take a drink. Empty out that, so we need to get some water while we're around. Let's cook a peeper. And yeah, right, let's go. So we're going to need some more acid mushrooms, and we're going to need... Oh, I'm going to need so many batteries because I've just spotted my sea glides on 9%. So we want acid mushrooms and we want copper. But no... Oh, is that our third sea glide fragment? Or sea moth? Awesome. So that's our objective for the day.
Acquired.
Always get the metal salvage because we need the titanium now. I need tons of acid mushrooms. Okay, and now we need to be on the hunt for copper. So again, we are just looking around. It's worth picking up all this salvage because we are gonna be getting through titanium like nobody's business once this all starts get going. Why is it I cannot find any limestone chunks? Oh.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database.
Okay, so the Aurora has definitely gone boom now. I remember the first time I did that, I thought it was quite awe-inspiring watching that explode like that. But we've also now been given a radiation suit, which again we're going to need to... Oh, I'm out of battery on this. Okay. Which we're going to need to craft fairly quickly as well, because radiation does start seeping around, and it's an interesting mechanic that they've set up with this. So what happens with the... Oh wow, okay, Oh, we didn't get any copper, and I need loads of it. Right, so we'll drop that piece of titanium, we will drop that mushroom, because I don't need that many, and then we just desperately need some copper. What I was looking for, what do we need for a scanner room? Copper ore. Shock horror, okay. Gold table coral sample. I think we can do that because I think that is going to speed everything else along. So we've got gold. We can get some table coral here. Okay, and then I'm going to have to drop that for space. I really don't want to, but we need the copper. Okay, here we are in a cave system. Are there any limestone outcrops? Considering how many we found in the first episode where we were just rattling through it and we got our O2 tanks. Aha!
30 seconds.
Okay, there's a copper. See how much slower it is without the Sea Glide. And had explosion skid, you can see the front of the Aurora's been blown off. So yeah, that might be something to go and look at later. Come on, where are all these outcrops? Is that one? No. Oh, we got another radio message for when we get home. Come on, where are these copper outcrops? There we go, there's one. Come on, be copper. Damn, titanium. So we'll drop that because we're not worried about that. Where is the copper? You can see why a torch is so useful to have, because that's how dark it is without a torch. Now, I know YouTube makes it darker when I upload them, but trust me, that's pitch black even on the raw footage. But again, this is why in the first episode or so I really wanted that bigger O2 tank, because could you imagine jumping up every 30 seconds for O2? That's the wrong outcrop, that's the right one. There we go, that's 2 copper. Right, let's head back this way. Because then at least we can try and get a scanner room going, and that should then hopefully speed up finding more copper. head up, get some oxygen, turn the torch off. I'm heading up because there's nothing to look at. Okay, and then back down. This is where we're going to need to find our base, because I haven't got a beacon yet. And beacons are definitely something I'm going to want, because they will let us label where home is, basically. Another entrance into that cave that we're going to want access to. Ah, there's our base. Handily, you can see the light through the window, so that makes that a bit easier to spot. Okay. Let us set up, okay, 5 titanium and gold, which should be in here. Okay, so we can get that. Now you'll notice it's night time. Although I have power in here, that number's not climbing because the solar batteries aren't able to recharge. So we're going to have to make sure we don't run that out. Okay. And then I want some gold. Then a scanner room. Oh, you can't go there because of that. Okay, oh, I really don't want you that side. Can you go out the back? No, because you're hitting the ground. Okay, so that means you're going to have to go that way. Okay. That takes a little while to construct. And we now have a scanner room. And our hull strength is now 5, so we're still okay for the moment. I really didn't want that there, it's in the way of the view. Oh well, I'll have to extend out. Okay, so the scanner room. This is a nice holographic map of the area that the scanner room can pick up. So you can see the seabed floor. The little glowing green dot here is the base. That's the scanner room. And the reason there are two is because on the side of the scanner room there are 2 cameras, and so those green dots are the 2 cameras. So what you can do is you can say, tell it what you want it to look for, and it will flag them up. Now, what is useful with this, and this is what I'm going to want, magnetite. Magnetite is going to be a pain for the moment. Okay. Okay, alright. So we want to look for limestone chunks. What it will do is, there you go, see, it's highlighting. There is a limestone chunk over there. And it takes time to scan, and as it scans, you'll see it will find more and it will ping them all up on here. Now you can sit there and say, alright, well that's reasonably useful. It lets you know they're in the area at least. But this, if I go into the camera, and we can drive around with the camera, what we should see, ta-da, see we've got these yellow markers. And this is what the HUD chip does. The HUD chips put these on you as the player, so you are always able to see these markers. And this is where I was talking about it, saying it can get over the top with having them all over the place. But when we're starting, we can take one camera, park it over there, and then go and find it. But we're going to need some... Ooh, you can see the scanner room does drain the power overnight. So I actually don't want to do anything just
Aurora,
yet.
This is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out. What else can I say? The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR. And I blew it. It's a bad option, all right, but so are all the others.
That's reassuring, isn't it? So our rescue ship has never landed somewhere like this, and they're worried about crashing. Just what you want to hear. Okay, so we need copper ore for the batteries, and that was where we were with it. Okay, so if we pop out here, you can see we've got our camera 1 over here, and I'd park that just over one of the limescale, or not the limescale, the limestone deposits. We've got our copper, and that's how you can use those to get started, but trust me, that becomes infinitely more useful when you can get the HUD chip and you don't need to send the camera out and park it over things. But equally, it becomes... Ooh, okay. It becomes infinitely more frustrating when you try and head out somewhere and all you can see are those little yellow markers, because it's the same yellow markers on your HUD. Okay, there's more copper.
Complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
That's reassuring. Pad, thank you. I think that's this game's way of saying be careful going into caves, make sure you can find your way out. So there are tools for us as we progress through the game, but it's part of the reason I tend to try and take a submarine with me instead, because the submarine covers that. As you know, submarines have the oxygen in them, I don't need to take it with me. Still rather like more copper. Right, okay. Let's head back. We've got a bit of daytime now. At some point it might be worth putting a second solar panel up there. Okay, so we now want 2 batteries. We want... did I not make a locker to put the rubber in? Apparently not. Right, okay. So let's go and turn the scanner room off for the moment to stop it drawing power. Okay. Right, how am I looking for that? I need just the power cell, for which I need silicon rubber. Which I can get from... Oh, it's so much slower without the Sea Glide. So much slower. Right. Grab acrylic vine cluster. The one advantage now we've actually got the scanner room is, although I've not got a marker to tell me where the base is, I can tell where the cameras are, and I normally leave them parked in the scanner room, so I'm always going to be able to find where the scanner room is. Okay, right. We need some rubber. We then need to make the power cell. Although I made a mistake there. So power cells will always come fully charged even if you use a dead battery, so I should have swapped out the battery from the Sea Glide there before building it, but here we go. Inventory full, so we'll put the titanium in there, the lead in here, gold, silver. We need to make a constructed... Right, there's our mobile vehicle bay. I am genuinely just going to throw this up. As we pop it, we equip it, and then up it goes. Oh, awesome, it's going to let me climb it. No, it won't let me climb it while it's while it's floating up. So the mobile vehicle bay does have to be on the surface. And I tend to just leave it above whatever base I'm working with. And there we go. There's our mobile vehicle bay. And if we look at it, we can build a Seamoth. For that we need a titanium ingot, power cell, 2 pieces of glass, lubricant and lead. The power cell is going to be the pain there because that means, guess what, more copper. So we need to go looking for more. The titanium's not so much of an issue because you can see all this wreckage around here. We can grab that for just chunks of titanium at a time. What did I have on one? I had the base builder. There we go. Okay. So we need to find more copper. And it's odd because I've never really struggled for copper quite as much as I seem to be doing right now. Which is frustrating. And I'm sure you guys are probably sick of hearing me say copper to the point where it's maybe losing all meaning. I'd really love to get the Seamoth done. But we've only got 10 minutes left. I don't know we're going to manage that. There's the mobile vehicle bay, I don't want that, that's titanium. There's one piece of copper. I want at least 3. Because I need to build 3 batteries. I need 1 for my Sea Glide, and then I need 2. Nice. That's another copper. And then I need 2 to turn into a power cell for making the Sea Moth. And the Sea Moth is just, like I say, a fantastic piece of kit. Keep your eyes peeled, everyone. Do let me know if you see it. Oh, there's one there. It's going to be close. Oh, it was titanium as well, not even what I wanted. Okay, maybe not as close as I thought. There we go, back down for 135. One of the bits I will say as well is they did do well with the music for Subnautica. It's I have just sat and listened to the soundtrack like while I'm doing my day job sometimes, just stick it on in the background, let it work through. There we go, right, that's 3 pieces. So we can now head back. Grab some food and water on the way. Although peepers are now harder to catch. There's a stalker over there. Oh, I'm going to want one of those. Grab a peeper. Grab a stalker tooth. Because we'll want those later. This is what I'm saying, titanium's not a problem because you can just see all that wreckage laying around that we can just grab as we're going. More bladderfish. Camera 2 is the one we didn't take out, so that's the one we want to aim for. There it is, home sweet home. Look at that, so that stalker has just nicked camera 2. You can see it's swimming off there, so when we get back in the
30 seconds.
Base, we're going to need to try and grab that back. Okay, so control camera. Let's bring camera 1 home. There we go, there's camera 1. Bring that back and pop that in here, and then that'll start charging. And then we'll swap to camera 2, which I've no idea where it is at the moment. Come on, connect to it. There we go, right. We appear to still be in the jaws, and I have no control. Okay, we're just going to have to leave that alone for a minute then, because yeah, they're taking that away. Okay, so we want... What is it we wanted? We wanted 3 batteries, wasn't it? Yeah, I've definitely got the mushrooms for it. So 1, 2. We will get a 3rd, but I have just realised I'm going to do some jiggery pokery after what I was talking. Swap that for a full battery. I'm just going to stick one of the full ones in there. What else do I have that's low? That's on 65, that's an 83. So we'll swap that for a full battery. Because when we make the power cell with a half-used battery and an empty battery, we now have a fully charged power cell. Okay, so we then want 1, 2, 5. We want a titanium ingot. I then want 2 pieces of glass. Wouldn't you know it, I'm 1 piece of quartz short. Right, I know there's a radio message blinking there, but that's not my priority at the moment. That is. Glass. And glass. And then I think, was it lubricant and lead are all we're missing? So in the, where is it? Blueprints. So we can always check what we're looking for here. So there's the Seamoth. So you can see, yeah, I'm missing the lubricant and the lead. The lead I've got in the metals. Lubricant, we'll just need to go and get a creepvine cluster. Then I'm going to need to take a drink. Where is camera 2? Wow, it's all the way over there. At least it looks like it's stopped moving. Okay, and then in here. Yeah, we can make some water. And then lubricant.
Seek fluid intake.
Yes, thank you. I was just about to.
Vital signs stabilizing.
That's water. We could also do with some food. So we're going to cook that peeper. But with Solo, we could probably actually cook both of them. Ooh. We apparently picked up 3. Right, let's eat the cooked ones. There we go. That's food filled. This is the really odd bit. I hate seafood, and yet in this game, all you can really eat until you find a certain thing is fish. Which, I'll be honest, I'm not sure I survive in this world. Because I don't like fish. At all.
The Seamoth
Right.
is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
And there it is. This thing is... Oh.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Love the Seamoth. Love the fact I don't have to worry about O2 while I'm pottering around now. Alright, there's a couple of things I want for that Seamoth. And like I said, I'm not going to skip ahead, so I'm hoping this radio signal takes me near where one of them is going to be.
Plan pre-recorded distress call.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Interesting. That's not exactly the one I thought it was going to be, and it's not going to where I want. It's, yeah, that might give us what we want, but not from the location I thought it would. And for those of you that have played it before, I'll let you guess in the comments what you think I might be looking for. Right, have we found camera 2? Are we under control? No, we still appear to be in the mouth of a stalker. Come on, stalker, let it go. Right, there we go. We're back under our own control, and we're running home. I mean, we're kind of lucky, actually, that that stalker didn't actually damage it, because you can see in the bottom left, the health is still 100%. But here we are. There we go. That's home, and there's our little docking port for it. So yeah, that is one of the odd things, that the stalkers can and will pinch cameras. Okay, so we've got a couple of minutes left. I don't think there's anything particularly pressing that I want to do just yet, because the next objective is going to be finding Second Officer Keen's last broadcast location, which you'll notice is 300 metres down. Flip, they've nicked it again. It's gone. Oh, right, okay. So that we are definitely going to need a sub for, which is what our Seamoth will do. But even the Seamoth, and I'll show you this now if I jump into it. So at the top you'll see it says we're 68 metres down, and then you've got 200 in gold. That means the Seamoth can only go 200 metres deep, and that's 300 metres deep. So even if we get as deep as the Seamoth can go, we're then going to need to deep dive another 100 metres to get there. But yeah, I think that is what we'll kick off with at the beginning of the next episode. Yeah, thank you very much for watching and coming along. As mentioned, I think in the last episode, where I'm going to start trying to do this a bit more regularly, likes, subscriptions, comments, all very helpful, so thank you for those that do that, and yeah, I'll see you next time.